Welcome everybody to Riverbend Springs. Riverbend Springs is the American map for Farming Simulator 25. We have wonderful scenery with gorgeous views. Got plenty of big open farmland. We have water towers because that's such an American thing. And we have multiple special construction projects that I'm hoping we can get through on the map. We have the Grain Elevator Museum, which is also home to the collectibles. We also have a playground to build over on one corner of the map, which we'll see how far we get along with that as well. But the map is gorgeous. It is wonderfully laid out, at least for me. And we are ready to get ourselves started. Hello everybody and welcome to Riverbend Springs. We are down here on the bottom edge of the map. We are at the little farm that I plan on buying. Only problem I have is it's expensive. I've brought our money over from the other map on Sri Lanka, our $223,023. And I got a car in the sale. So that was nice. A little expensive still for early on, but you know what? It's actually going to be useful for some of the stuff we're going to be doing here really early on, and I can always just sell it off later if I really need the money. But we're going to be taking out a big loan today anyways, because we need money to buy farmland. We don't own anything. So, this is the farm we're buying. It includes the farm here, the little area right around here, as well as field 89, which is a nice soybean field that just needs one load of fertilizer spread on it. So we're going to be doing that today. The only other thing we need is a tractor. So let's pull out our loan. I'm going to get us up to $400,000, which I think I actually need a little bit more for their tractor. So I think I'm going to do 425. And then we're going to go up to the shop and buy our tractor. That's the wrong button. This is the button. So, to get to our money, we need to go over down to the graphs and finances, and let's borrow up to 425. I do have a plan that we will get this stuff paid off fairly well. So 426, we have a $235,000 loan, which better than last time when we had over 400,000. Yeah, that loan got pretty high, but we did pay it off in the end and we made money. So, we have our money. Let's buy our land. 320,000 gives us a house, a little chicken pen. I believe this is actually a water source. Got to pay for it, but hey, nothing's free. We get a little shed over here. We get a big shed over here, which I really like this shed. Great for small farms. Nice, open on the inside. Really nice shed. We get this one that is not so good. Very compact and very blocked up. So we may delete this shed at some point, or tear it down and put something else in. There are constructible sheds that I would like to try out, but they are difficult to do. One of the resources you need to make them is cement, which actually I can show you. This one's on the map. I know it is. The cement factory. You can actually see the productions and stuff before you buy them now. For some of them, at least. The cement factory produces cement bags, cement bricks, and roof plates. And you need most of these for constructing the constructible sheds and stuff. The only problem I have is they take a lot of stones. To make one pallet, you need, or cement brick, which I think is actually used in the base, in the building itself. Cement bags are used in the foundation and stuff. Like cement brick, it takes 8,000 stone to make one pallet. That's a lot, especially because you don't get a lot of stones on the fields. I do have them enabled. Not sure how much we're actually going to use on that. But let's head up to the shop in our little car here. I'm a little wonky on driving right now because they changed the steering stuff in the update that came out earlier this morning. So if I crash into things, it's not my fault. They changed the steering. Hopefully I'm not too bad. But let's head up to the shop. We own this soybean field right here. All it needs is a little bit of fertilizer, and it will be fully ready. I have a plan for that. We are going to buy a tractor that I have my eye on. It's 160 horsepower. And then we are going to buy a small fertilizer spreader, and we can get it taken care of. Then hopefully later on we will have some contracts we can work on to grab us a little extra money. I'm hoping this wheat field to our left here comes up under the contract, because that's a nice field. Good size, good profit off of that, off of one that size, and we should get plenty of extra so we can get some chickens started, because we do own that little chicken coop. I don't think that one holds a lot. I think it's like 20 chickens. But hey, chickens are chickens. Okay, here we are at the shop. We'll go ahead and park our car right there. We'll come back for it later. For now, we are going to buy ourselves a tractor and a fertilizer spreader and some fertilizer. Now, the tractor we want is actually a medium. Unfortunately, I can't get anything with a front loader on it this early. The prices on them to get a front loader is a bit too much. There's also... yeah, they're a bit too much to get something with front loader, because I want to say like most of the Massey Fergusons have one, but they're all expensive. But the tractor we're looking at, actually I think this one can have one. Yeah, this one can have a front loader. But it's also only 76 horsepower, so not super useful long term. But this guy, the Challenger, as well as its matching white, Agco white, both are 160 to 225 horsepower, so I could upgrade the horsepower later on if we need it. And the one thing I do want to add is narrow tires. Other than that, I'm going to reduce our additional weight on the front to only 400. I don't think we really need any more than that. But that's $60,000 for a 160 horsepower tractor. I think that's a good option to get us started. We have our nice Challenger. We're going to go into fertilizers, which the shop has been rearranged quite a bit. I'm still getting used to it. And we're going to get this guy. I don't need anything super, super big. We only have the one field. This is only $2,000, so let's take it. And then we go under consumables. We can get our fertilizer. And let's just do a pallet. It's more than what fits in the spreader, so there we go. We still have $42,000 to work with. Start our tractor up and collect our stuff so we can go get our soybeans fertilized. So there are a few changes that have happened since FS22. Oh, that fills up so nice and fast. Some of them are easier to follow than others, so as things kind of come along, we'll make note of them. One of the things I do like the changes of is there is now GPS in base game, as well as the AI workers have been improved. I do have a comment to make on AI workers later. If we get a couple of contracts, I'll go into it there. But for now, let's head back to our soybean field, get it fertilized, and drop our stuff off at the farm. gonna make it to the edge of the field? Not quite. I think we have just a sliver right there to add to, but that should be the fertilizing done for our soybean field here. You can see I bought the little forklift attachment for the tractors again. It's definitely useful. Let me look at the map on this. There's no weeds. Yeah, just this little chunk, and oh, I've missed some little spots here and there. Okay, we can take care of this at least. There, I should have gotten that. Amazingly, we also own this little shed over here. I'm probably just gonna get rid of it and we'll find something else that we can put here. Maybe a greenhouse. And yeah. So for those of you who are new to Farming Simulator, these new lines and stuff that we've got added here are the new GPS function. If you hold your hire worker button, you have the option between an AI worker, which you can adjust its settings, or you have steering assist, which is GPS. The only thing I wish is that I could set it to 0 headlands. That would be nice. Okay, but we're done with this for now. Let's go ahead and bring our equipment over here. This goes back to our yard. And let's see what other stuff we can get into today. Getting a contract would probably be nice. I don't have high hopes. I tried to do one. This is actually my second time trying to record this. The first time I tried to do it, my game crashed and deleted the save. Which is very unfortunate, because that save was very nice. They handed us a tractor for... They handed us that little blue Iseki tractor in the shop on sale for like 40% off. I actually paid about the base price of this tractor for that one. Although this tractor does not fit in here. Dang. Okay, well, we're going to leave you there for the moment. I know we got our pallet over there to pick up, but it can stay there for now. That's our field fertilized. Not perfect, but it's fertilized. Let's take a look at contracts. Ooh, would you look at that? There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Let's field 91. You'll want to go all the way across the map to the farmer's market. Jeez. So I'm going to bring in a feature I'm using on my playthrough on Hutan Pantai. And that is hopefully a method that will help us bring in a little extra money here and there. And that is workers. So decent sized contracts like hoeing and cultivating, and I think even weeding. Weeding there seems to be some issues with sometimes. But hoeing and cultivating for certain, I can just hire a worker, give them the connect up their equipment at the shop, and then just set them off from the shop to go do the work. So if I wanted to, this contract, yeah, it gives him a good piece of equipment there for $4,000 that I could set him off from the shop with the equipment, and he'll just come up here, do the job on his own, and I can watch the progress up in the corner. I kind of want this contract, because that's wheat, and if we get that, there's a little extra at the end that we get to keep that I could give to the chickens. But I'd also have to get a silo, which I think we have enough for. I have one wish. Giants, please let me remove this so I can replace it with this. So I can make the silo functional. That is a non-functional silo. Here we go. We got a $20,000 silo right here. Where do we feel like putting this? Where would be a good place to put this? Like right here? Yeah, I think right here would be a good spot to put that. So I did not want to change all that to grass. I can repaint it though. I don't have free terraforming, but it's not super expensive, so not a major issue. And we should be able to put in some meadow grass. This spot right here, is this like some gravel or something? Hey look, that looks good enough. We have a silo! Not exactly what the yard's made of, but you can't really tell. I think it's what this is, though. Either way, we have a silo now. So, if we do that contract, we have somewhere to store the extra grain, and we can get some chickens. Get those guys started off real early. Let's go ahead and borrow the items. Now, before I do anything else, I want to save. I'm going to run back up to the shop because I need to get their tractor hooked up to the trailer, get it sent off to the field, and then I will bring the harvester down. So, I'll see you guys back at the field. Somehow, with the route the worker took to bring the tractor over here, I beat it here. He's just now getting here, and I'm already hooked up. Just about ready to go here. He's gonna bring it onto this little dirt road here, if he can figure out how to do it. You can figure it out, buddy? Or are you just gonna keep driving in circles there? I'll just do it for him. That's where I wanted him to park it. Oh, gotta love the AI sometimes. Alright, so, got a big wheat field here to harvest. This is one of those that I will definitely make use of GPS rather than a worker. I could set it off with a worker, but since we're not doing baling or anything like that, GPS seems good enough. Let's do 2 headlands, and then we'll go up and down. Are we on... Okay, we're not dropping straw. Which I don't want to do here. There we go. It is going on GPS, and all I gotta do is hold forward. Or throttle. Or I can set it on cruise control and my hands are off everything. It's definitely very useful for making sure areas get taken care of. So like fertilizing our soybean field, it actually worked out really well because I could not see where I had fertilized. So being able to have the lines like that on the bigger fields makes it a whole lot better. For jobs like this, it doesn't make as big of a difference, but you know what? It's still useful. Well, I'm going to get on with harvesting this field. We'll see how much wheat we end up with at the end of it. We'll get ourselves a nice payday. I might pop in and check on the contracts as well to see if there's anything I can just send a worker off to do. Because, like... Really, these ones aren't that worth it. For the most part, my limit is anything over 10,000 before the lease cost for equipment is something I can just set a worker off on and not worry about. They usually give them decent sized equipment so that they get stuff done pretty quickly. They usually pay less than the lease cost and worker bills. So that much I am not worried. That part I am not that worried about. The only concern I have is when it gets something like plowing. Oh my god, they take forever. They don't like corners and stuff all that much. They can do the harvesting stuff. Do not try to do a vegetable harvest with them though. If it gives you to anything that does not have a hopper like the top of the harvester here, you're going to struggle. Because it does not work well with AI. No matter what you do. Until they set up, or until the mod like Follow Me comes around, then those kinds of contracts can be done more with AI because you can drive the harvester and have them in the trailer next to you. But as it is right now, the AI has to drive the harvester, and those do not work well. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest. I'll see you guys in a bit. there we have the end of the harvest. So at this point, I'm going to make a note for people to know about, because I actually haven't seen anybody talk about this. And that is, if you do want to get the like bonus crop and actually finish harvesting the entire field, do not try to transport everything as you go. I will only do it if my trailer is full. So the harvest makes up, like the actual harvest itself makes up 80% of the contract. But you can deliver more than that. I have a, what is it? Trailer fill limit turned on, so it won't take that 200 liters. There. So, if you want to harvest the entire field and get the maximum bonus you can out of it, deliver as few times as possible. Because if you go over 20% from delivery, it won't actually let you finish the field. It will just cut you off. You will lose access to the field. You'll still have the equipment and stuff, but you lose access to the field itself. Which I found that one out the hard way with when I did a couple of back-to-back contracts. It delivered for one, because I did 3 contracts with the same equipment. So I finished field 1, harvested it, and delivered everything I needed to, and I had stuff left over. It filled the delivery for field 2, but I went and harvested field 3 instead. And when I got back to field 2, it didn't let me finish harvesting because I had already done all of the delivery for it. So you actually can lose your bonus from that, which was kind of annoying. Not really important considering it was still a contract, so I still got paid anyways. But just something to make a note of. So I'm going to deliver this up to the farmer's market where we're taking it. As we drive past the shop over here, I want to stop for a second and take a look in the contracts to see if there's anything I can just throw a worker on real quick. Workers are very much going to be more useful this time around, as I can just set them loose. I don't want to do any bale stuff. That stuff I have to do. Fertilizing is not useful. Harvesting, not so much. There is... I could have someone do this mowing contract. And it's like right there behind the shop. You know what? Let's go ahead. We're going to set someone off on this mowing contract. We're still going to get a good $8,500 out of this. There's no bonus or anything for it. And is there any other like harvest contracts I could do right now? Canola. Grain barge terminal. Oh, those are both going to the same place. Clear across the map. That was a little better, but still. I don't think I want to do either of those right now. I'd like to actually move forward. So let me get the worker hooked up, send him off on his way. He'll get the field cut, and then we'll just kind of move on our own. Oh, another word of warning. There are time limits to contracts now. You actually have to finish them, and it's based on in-game time. So if you sleep the night, you can fail a contract by not completing it in time. This is something you should know about. Oh my god, the steering. Okay. I never know with this mower whether they want it on the back or on the front of the tractor for the worker. Because technically I use it on the front of the tractor, but the AI seems to struggle doing it that way sometimes. So I'm going to put it on the back of the tractor. Create job. At that position. There. Driving to field. Okay. He's going to fold that up and head up to the field. So he'll get that working. Meanwhile, we can come back over here to our other contract tractor and get this finished. So between the two of these, we should make enough money that maybe, just maybe, I can throw one of 2 greenhouses down. I'd like to have both of them, but I think one of them for now is the goal. Because there's there's 2 new greenhouses for Farm Sim 25. One of them I'm not really looking to get right now. Blocked by an object. Light traffic. And the one I'm not looking to get right now is the rice saplings greenhouse. I have no intentions of doing rice this early on this farm. The new crops like peas and green beans and spinach I can do in contracts because the harvesters are freaking $500,000. And they cost like $40,000-$50,000 to lease. So those ain't happening over here anytime soon either unless we can get the contracts for them. I do hope to get them at some point, but we'll see what happens. The animals, we have new goats, we have water buffalo, which I'm also not planning to do on this farm. Water buffalo just don't really fit into this environment. Being an American map, we don't really get those over here. We do get bison, and we get cattle, but not water buffalo. I know they're just kind of like in the cow family, but they're not a thing around here. Goats, on the other hand, hell, there's a family up the road from me that has goats. So those, they definitely fit in. Pigs, cows, chickens, all that stuff is still normal. Horses as well. I don't know if I'm going to do horses. Not unless they improve their value over last game, because that was not great. You don't really earn anything for as much work as you're doing. I think I determined in FS22 the oats that you feed them are more valuable than the horses are. So, yeah. Did I take the long way around to get up here? I think I did. Either way. And I just plowed into a fence. Because the new steering thing they did, I don't like it. I can't get my steering to go back to how it was. So I use a controller, and it's supposed to ignore steering back speed. But it seems that something they changed, it slows down how fast the controller steering responds. Which, it's a little more realistic, but at the same time, having played this way for 10 years, it doesn't feel right anymore. There we go. Get ourselves 6,700 wheat to take home. And then we'll just drive back on up to the shop and collect our car and head home from there. The worker over in the grass field, we'll just complete his contract once he's done over there. And we'll earn ourselves some money for the day. Well, let's go see if we can get our hands on some chickens. I'm probably just going to fill it up because chickens aren't worth breeding. They're really just worth the eggs. What is the fastest way back from here to our farm? It looks like it would be the speedway down the left side, down the right side over there, which we're kind of heading towards. A lot of the fields right here that we're driving past are probably going to be some of the ones that we buy. They're smaller, they're less expensive. They're still expensive, but they're less expensive. But I also plan on buying fields kind of all over the map, just to help us kind of venture around, explore a little. And we'll see. Okay. We're gonna, that's a nice little bridge there. Sorry, I wanted to take a look at that. we'll see more of the map. We'll explore a little bit here and there as we do contracts and buy and stuff. And there's another farm over here. This map actually has quite a few farms to start if you want to start from nothing. So let's head back up to our farm. What is this? What is Field 67? Just a field. Interesting. That might be purchasable as well. I could plant a small forest there for some forestry. The barge and stuff. I like the river. I really do like the river in this one. It's got some gorgeous scenery around it, and it's just, I absolutely love it. I need to go up here. That's a house, so let's not turn into there. Oh, that's not a house, that's a delivery place, I think. Let's go up here. There's a fuel station right there. Good to know. I do have an idea of what collectibles and stuff are on this map. I've flew around a little bit in a testing map to kind of get an idea of how the map looked, see what the farms were to buy, just so I could figure out which one I wanted to start with. This one down here won, just because the layout, starting with the decent-sized barns, the one field next to it is also kind of a bonus. But looking at some of the other stuff around the map, I did stumble across one collectible, which was then how I found out that the collectibles location is a construction site for us to work on. So that'll be exciting. We can take the car over and take a look at it. It's actually back there behind us a little ways. So we'll go take a look at that and see what kind of stuff we need to actually move it forward, because you have to build the museum for you to deliver all the collectibles to. And the one I did find was just a gear, and it was just sitting in a random shed. So collectibles might be a little bit tough on this one. I'm still going to be keeping my eye out for them. If anybody knows about them, feel free to comment. I don't expect to find them all. Okay, let's get our chickens. Let's fill up their feed. The worker over there is doing amazing. And then whatever's left from the wheat will just go into the silo. Actually, I might be able to just fill it up before I can even get the chickens. Yeah, there we go. I think it only takes like 1,000. Yeah, there we go. Not much. Steering? Please, respond. And that's all that back in there. So let's get our chickens. I feel like chickens are like the most ignored animal in the game now, because everybody just has them. We're gonna go ahead and buy our 20 chickens. It's 1,100 bucks. But you know what? That fills up the little coop. See them running around in here. What was I saying? Chickens. It seems like most people just tend to ignore them now, because they're just kind of put them there and forget. They're not really profitable for breeding unless you have one of the big chicken coops. And even then, you have to like make sure you sit there and sell them every like few weeks, few months, because they only get up to 25 bucks a piece. So unless you have the one that gives you like 360 chickens, which I think now you can increase the fence size around some of these areas, so you might be able to increase that one on that pin. It'd be nice to do that later. I'll have to take a look at that in a testing world if I can change that fence and increase the capacity on that one. So that would be nice. I'm not going to worry about the harvester. It can just sit over here. It's folded up. We'll just take the tractor back up to the shop. They'll come collect that. We'll move over to our car, and I'll go visit the 2 construction sites, because there's actually 2 of them. One of them is the Collectibles Museum, the Grain Elevator Museum, and the other one is a playground where I'm guessing we're rebuilding the some of the stuff and building the new playground itself. So that should be interesting. But for now, let's head back to the shop. Here we are. Dropped off the tractor and trailer. I actually like that trailer. I used that on my No Man's Land build. Let's see, contracts. Anything else good pop up in here? Anything over 10,000 I take a look at. No. Let's see, we've got Farmland 91. We lose $1,000, but we gain $11,696. Not bad. Our guy over there is going great on his. He's over halfway done already. We've got $23,289. Let's head on. Oh, before we go anywhere. What is that? That's got to be a feature from my mod. I have the realistic cab view, so if I turn around, it actually shifts me over a little bit, so I'm not just looking at the headrest, and I can't keep going. It's really useful. How many people actually pay attention to the back seat of this car? Nice. This looks comfortable. Anyway. Not that. Actually, anything new in the sale? There's 2 olive harvesters. Sorry, a grape, an olive harvester, and the Mack truck. Yeah, I don't need any of those right now. In here, I wanted to look at under productions, greenhouses. So there are 2 new greenhouses. One of them is the rice saplings greenhouse. It's not too big. They're not very valuable if you're not going to do rice. Making the rice patties isn't too bad. So popping one of these down about the year before we're actually going to do rice would be useful. It gives us more pallets than we need to actually plant them. We have smaller versions of the basic greenhouses. They are tarp versions. Still the same concept. But we also have these standard greenhouses from last time, the nice glass ones. We're going to look into grabbing... I'm going to see if we have enough money to put this one down. I haven't played with this one yet. I think they have just slightly reduced production, which even that isn't too bad. But it costs a heck of a lot less than the 54,000. Or maybe the other new one, the mushrooms greenhouse. Now this guy is brand new. He's something new for 25. You make enoki mushrooms and oyster mushrooms, which both, as far as I can tell, do not have any production points that use them. But they're actually fairly valuable. So we're probably going to look at putting in one of these at the farm somewhere. We can bury it back under the trees. But it'll just be steady income, kind of like the greenhouse is. Fix my view there. I like driving in cab in the car. About one of the only times I do. Well, let's go pay a visit to our 2 construction sites. We're going to go to the playground first because it's... I think we're actually closer to it than we are to the other one. Not traffic going into the street. Let me get that out of the street real quick. There, traffic. Fix it for you. If we head down here towards the same path we used to get to our farm, I could probably go a much better path, but this is the path I take to get down here. If we take a right on this very the road where we turn left to head to our farm, it'll take us all the way up towards the hill where the playground is at, and we can take a look around over there, see what we can see. There might be a collectible there, actually. And then we'll head over to the museum. The mist and the fog. I like the new volumetric volumetric fog. It's actually very nice. I like the feel it gives, especially when you get like certain areas that are just fully covered in fog, and then you get other areas that are wide open. That is something very realistic around here. I have actually seen plenty of times like that look like this, where you can see the fog kind of covering that one side of a hill, but not the hill next to it. It is just a cool sight. Okay, so like I said, if we take a right here, there's another field right there. I might look at buying that one sometime recent. I don't remember the price on it. We can check on that. Almost missed my turn. So right here at the end of the road, there's a spot right here. It's just, you got a little wooden tractor right there. Like it. But this big fence here leads you up to the area that is going to have a playground. Storage shed. I think you can actually buy the land with that shed on it, but it's not really useful for anything. But this is the playground construction project. As you can see, it's got a few things here and there. You've got a little boat here for kids to play on. It'd be awesome if you build it and you come out here and you just see like animations of kids playing on stuff. It would be really cool. As you can see, there's a few things here that need to be repaired and rebuilt and stuff. There's what looks like a train car. I'm guessing that's what... Oh no, probably like a little bridge or something. I don't know. These are kind of hard to tell what they are. You have a little wooden tractor here. This is, I think, the first one that needs to be repaired. There are 2 actual delivery points here. One of them is over here. You can see Playground Maker Hall. Materials are planks and long planks, and I believe this actually repairs the green tractor there first. We can look at it in the productions. Yeah, Playground Maker Hall. The first thing it makes is that green tractor. Cost per month is 0. You don't have to do anything, but you can see how much it actually needs. 8,400 in 2016. So, it's not bad. And I want to say it just keeps making them as it goes. It might. I don't think I'm supposed to be allowed back here, but we're going to come explore. I would be the one to hide a collectible around back here, because I feel like this is not an area most people are going to try to get into to look at. But like seeing all the cool stuff around here. And the fact that they actually put in the effort that these are actually collidable for an area that you're probably not supposed to get into. I like it. Anyways, so as I was saying, this is a one of the 2 construction points. You can deliver items here to make the little green tractor, or you can deliver items to over here, which is the main construction. You can see it needs wood beams, planks, long planks, and rope, which the rope maker is on the map. It requires cotton, painful, but you can also make stuff with wool. And we were gonna do that because our farm is right here. The rope maker is right there. I haven't looked at anything about like the prices of rope, but if it's anything like fabric or clothes, we can probably make a huge amount off of that. Let's take a look at it real quick. Oh, they changed this too. Nice. You got all your base crops, and then you get on into the miscellaneous production stuff. Although buffalo milk and goat milk should probably be up there with the base crops. I don't know. Anyways, Let's take a look first at the prices for wool. So we get about 3,600 from 2,100. The rope maker will buy it right now for 24. 3,600 isn't a bad price for that. But if we take it, we can make a rope, which is 15,000. Oh, so the wagon builder is another production thing you can buy. That one, it's kind of like the boats from the Premium Edition. It just keeps making them as you go. But to buy that wagon builder production is like $500,000. Playground wants them for 17,867. So just like with any of the other productions, it's gonna want them for more. That's great. You can buy stuff. There's a warehouse now that you can buy production stuff at, and I do like that. I made a comment about, I don't remember if I made it in this recording or the first one, about getting a forklift, and that's where the forklift is for, is at the warehouse. Anything we buy at the shop, we need to be able to just collect ourselves. But the warehouse is a place that's going to have multiple pallets bought. So doing something like that over there, it would make sense to just have a forklift there. But 15,000? Ooh, boy. That's a good value on rope. What did we say? Wool 20 to 3? Let me do some quick math here. Well, unfortunately, based on my math here, it is actually still more efficient or more valuable to sell the wool than it is to sell the rope. That's interesting. I wonder if it's like that for the cotton. The cotton's a bit more balanced, but it looks like doing the wool rope, the wool is actually still more valuable than the rope is. It's a little disappointing. Because from the math, you get, from 1 pallet of wool, you will get 150 rope. And with the values of the rope, we're only going to get about $2,300 at the current max price on that chart. At this 15,500, we're only going to get about 2,300, not 36. So that's a little unfortunate, but you know what? I think we can work with that. We'll do enough for the contract. It needs 12,000, which is still a lot. That is quite a bit of wool. But we'll see about that. And I am not done looking around here. I want to say there's the edge of the map here, so you can't go too far back. Yeah, it just stops you right there. But it wouldn't surprise me if they put a collectible piece around here. Probably not, but you know what? It's worth taking a quick look. What are those for? What's this? I can buy that? I didn't know I could buy that. Okay, well I guess that's the production for that, and I'm wondering if those just get automatically sold as they go. I don't know. Anyways, let's head over to the museum one. We can take a look at that, because that's the more important one. Oh, and I just realized our contract finished a while ago. Okay, well, he's earned us some money. Decided we're going to make a stop. There's a little spot right here next to our place that just screams to me that there's going to be something here. We're going to park in front of this person's house. Be prepared to stop. Look, the road ends. You got this nice little house here, but there's like the boat ramps and stuff over here. I'm wondering if we're going to find anything over here. And yes, I do pull up the little menu because it's hard to tell what's a collectible in this one. Like I said, the only one I've seen was literally a gear just sitting on a table. And I wouldn't have known it was a collectible if I didn't look at the menu. Are there any chances that there is a collectible around out here? Can I take his boat out for a spin? How about this one? Can I take the yacht out? Can I get to that boat over there? Be an interesting place to hide one. Is this a houseboat? Oh, we can actually climb up that ladder. Nice. Oh, I would so have one, like, hidden on here somewhere. This is not somewhere you would expect to be. Anyways. So it doesn't seem like there is one here. Possibly over there. If I can get to there. Let's go check out this other place. This is right around the corner. I also want to take a look here. 'Cause on the other map, there's a bunch of stuff that's like under bridges. Okay, I am wondering if more of them appear as you do the construction stages. Because like I had also seen a bunch of these around on the map when I was doing my little fly around trying to find that one to see what they were. I have not looked up any guides or anything. I did have to look up a map of where the museum was because I had no idea. But like I've found like 4 of those little paper boats. Let's see. Not seeing anything. That's the rope maker. It doesn't seem like there's anything out in these areas. They're kind of odd. But I may just be missing them. Oh, who knows? We'll come check out the rope maker another day. It'll be interesting to get the rope maker just to be able to make a rope, but I don't know. I feel like for that one to really be profitable, you have to do cotton, which is definitely not an easy thing to work on. Yes, this person has one. Nope. I feel like most of these are going to be hidden in like storage and sheds and stuff. Anyways, off to the museum. Oh, I turned in our contract, by the way. So we're up to $31,697. We're just shy of being able to afford that new greenhouse. But, I don't know, maybe we'll be able to get it next time. And here we just about are. The museum is back right here. It's an interesting looking place. And as I said, it is a construction project, so we can bring some stuff here. Right now it wants wood beams and long planks. Not as much as the playground does, but this probably has more stages to its repair. Because we do have to repair this building to like fully fill it out or whatever. You can see it's got some like neat decorations and stuff. The best safety device is a careful worker. Yeah, I can definitely vouch for that one. So, I'm assuming that, yeah, see, here's another one of them. I'm assuming that things will just kind of appear in here, and looking at things now, they will. So the gear that I had found on my little roam around trying to find just one collectible, it comes in and it hangs on the wall like right here. So this place definitely puts all the items that you're going to find and collect on display. I don't know how much there really is. I think it says there's 25, but like that's 10 little pots there. I don't know what those are for. We're going to end up finding out. I want to find the collectibles. I want to build this place, and I want to build the playground. But those are going to require forestry stuff. Oops, wrong button. Those are going to require forestry stuff, which means we're going to have to do some work on that. So maybe we're going to buy Field 67, which ironically is also right across the road from us. We actually drove right past here on our way back to the farm. But we'll maybe buy Field 67 over here. How much is it worth? On another day, only 41,000. And then we'll come plant some trees over here and just do some lumber work and stuff, put a sawmill nearby. There are new productions and stuff for like sawmills, granary mills, and stuff like that. There's a sawmill here somewhere. There's the wagon builder. We'll check that out another day. Where is sawmill? There's a carpentry. Dredging boat. What's a dredging boat? Listed in here. Or it's listed as a production. What's a dredging boat doing? Yeah, it's listed as a production. I'll have to go check that out. But for now, I think it's time to head back up to the farm. There's a Cooper. What did Cooper do? Barrels. Okay. Sawmill. There's a oil mill. Paper factory. BGA. Canning factory. Bakery. Tailor shop. It doesn't look like there is a sawmill. That's actually kind of surprising. Sawmill. Tag place. Oh, it's right there. It's across the river. Okay, well, now we know where that is. It's not too far from here, so if we do some woodwork and stuff right here. How much is that to buy? Oh, right, I have the leasing mod, so I can actually lease it. $800 a day. That's not bad. Otherwise, the cost to buy that would be probably fairly insane. What does it say to buy? 300,000. Yeah. We'll look into that later. But for now, that's gonna be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to head back to the farm, and I will see you guys in October when it is time to harvest the soybeans. I'm just gonna skip September. There's not a whole lot to do for us. I could do some contracts, but I think I want to get us to harvesting our soybeans so we can move forward with our farm. Maybe I'll do something or borrow some money and put that in a greenhouse and that'll be it. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Like I said, that's going to be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys next time.